It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. I need my credit when I'm popping shit. Shift the game like I'm driving stick. Money piling my wallet. Thick numbers looking like scholarships. I'm out here, bit. Hurricane season. Send me overseas, get a bag, and I'm leaving. I'm back with the reason. I'm a rapper supreme. Like burritos on a rap for the vegans. Back to attack, make achievements. Nigga fuck a flag for religious. I put on a mask and I'm thieving. All black with a skull cap and Adidas. Insufficient funds. Fit that 150. Nigga get it done. Feeling big as pun. Industry critics don't like me. What you gonna do? Should night me? Swimming upstream, so Pisces. Got a Gucci on me, so icy. All the floozies. When I come stand by me, 7-Eleven is getting too dicey. I be killing y'all nigga with the flow. Notorious big, I be kicking in doors. Leviticus niggas get spiritual, call me the bishop. I'm watching y'all decompose. I don't really need no ops, I don't need no props. I'ma sink my shot like swish. I'm a Gambino, looking for a freak hoe, pink flamingo box. Everybody wanna know the recipe. I got my float on the Chesapeake. I'm a SOB from the A, but my style on Texas Pete. Yes indeed. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. In this video, we're going to be talking about Milagro Grrrls, Megan Thee Stallion. I've been keeping up with this thing through its entirety, and I will continue to do so as more developments come. Now, in the past couple of days that I haven't spoken about this ongoing legal feud and battle that they've been having between each other, quite a few things have happened, right? So we're going to go in order of the operations that have taken place and get to the most recent. Now, of course, people are abuzz right now because Milagro is crowdfunding, right? Things are falling apart in her corner. She doesn't have the financial resources to continue to, she's not pursuing anything. She does not have the financial resources to continue to defend herself against Megan Thee Stallion, right? And I don't know everything that's going on with her legal team or her legal aid with Unite the People and whoever they hired for her in Florida, but it seems that they don't have the money to continue to pay that lawyer. So now she's out here begging, she's asking for $100,000 so that she can stay afloat and keep herself in the game, right? But before we got to the stage of the $100,000 ask for crowdfunding, some other things have taken place. Now, word on the street is that content creators are being subpoenaed to possibly take the stand or be deposed, by the courts to offer information that they may know about Milagro, her online hate campaign towards Megan Thee Stallion, things that they may have witnessed, that they've reported on, etc. There's also a former friend of Milagro whose name has popped up all throughout Megan's lawsuit. This guy, King Noir, he's got multiple quotes online talking about how, him and Milagro were cool, but then she went off the handle and just continued to berate and go at Megan Thee Stallion well beyond the scope of just covering the daily news and expressing opinion, but cyber stalking and harassing, right? We're going to play some audio of him talking about that, and they're saying that he has been subpoenaed to be deposed by the courts as well so that he can speak to the nature of his relationship with Milagro and attest to her character and share what he may know about this cyber stalking issue. Okay. Also, Tory Lanez has been subpoenaed to be deposed by the courts to speak on the nature of his relationship with Milagro as it pertains to this defamation, cyber stalking, sharing of deep fake. Because remember, Megan Thee Stallion and her legal team basically are alleging that all of the things that Milagro is doing has been paid for, aided, and abetted by Tory Lanez. And of course, the people that are representing her, Unite the People, are also associated with Tory Lanez, as he is also a board member of this organization. So yeah, it might be a little bit too close for comfort, but he's going to have to come out and be truthful about the situation. Otherwise, he would be perjuring himself. Right? So there's that. And then there is the campaign of trying to get this money up so that she could continue to defend herself, right? So we're going to go through all of those things in this video and just cover it in one fell swoop because brother got family, brother got other things, brother got other topics to be talking about, so I just couldn't continue to talk about it on the channel as frequently as I would have liked, but we here now. All right, so let's start with King Noir and what he had to say about Milagro. And this is actually old audio that still holds up to this day, which is why he's a person of interest in the first place.
I'm gonna tell her exactly how you had me on the phone with Tory Daddy, three-way. I'm gonna tell her exactly all that shit. And I'm gonna tell her pull that whole records on how many times she done talked to Tory Daddy. And then link it to the same day Tory and talked to his daddy. And notice when the information was getting leaked out on this internet. I'm gonna link your ass to it, all right? Or I'm gonna link your ass real good and nice and nasty to it, since you wanna fuck with me. And if they say I'm lying, I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna show them when you had to call me on three because you couldn't call me on a regular phone because today iPhones be showing you have multiple people on the phone. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna say, check this date. Oh, I'm gonna pull your whole card, all right? Because there's plenty of whole cards that you got that need to be pulled. She told me the story. I'm gonna tell you exactly what that hoe said. As a matter of fact, she said, Tory said that they all was wrestling over the gun, and it accidentally went off. I don't owe that hoe nothing. It wasn't no fucking huge thing. She like to pretend like the lead on like she know more than what the fuck she know. But she got such a disdain for Megan and them. But let her keep on. Let them pull that ass to that court case. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm a DM Meg right after this. And I'm gonna tell her exactly what the fuck she needs to do. Because see, what you're not gonna do, you're not gonna keep playing with me. Agent, I'm gonna let her tell the courts that, since she knows so much. Oh, now she's saying that now? Okay. Of course she's saying that now. Tell that hoe to mind her business on her platform so she don't listen to nobody else's content.
All right, so that's King Noir. Okay, now this is old footage. This is from like shit going on 3 years. Of course, I don't know him like that. I don't know Milagro like that, to be real. So I wasn't tuned in on no station head listening to this stuff as it was happening in real time. But this stuff is starting to resurface as this case is getting deeper into the trenches, into the thick of it. You know what I mean? So he says he's got material information that can be applied towards Milagro. Right? He says she really be acting like she knows more than she really do. But he is privy to some sort of three-way conversations that happen between himself, Tory Lanez, and Milagro. Right? And we already know that Megan Thee Stallion and her legal team have been going through the phone records of Tory Lanez in order to find information about him. This is how they actually were able to get that restraining order on him from inside the jail. Right? So in those transcripts, they even have a conversation of Tory Lanez talking to his legal team specifically about Milagro and trying to determine whether or not they wanted to publicize or even take on to support her case with Megan Thee Stallion because he wasn't sure if it would go over well or if there would be some sort of conflict. We've talked about that as well. And boy, ain't nothing but conflict in your motherfucking life right about now. And yours, Miss Cooper. But hey, that's just my opinion. Sheesh. So as word began to get around that King Noir is basically cooperating with the situation based on whatever went bad with them, because again, he's a former friend of hers, she came online to say this.
But that's life. So you gotta charge that shit to the game. But that does hurt me. That shit hurts me very fucking badly. Cause down bad. You down bad and you know you lying. But that's okay. So I don't have a problem with you knowing that. I don't have a problem expressing that. I don't at all. That hurts me so much. But like I said, it is what it is. And that's all it's gonna be. Literally, that's what I wanted to have a conversation with y'all about. So we naturally kind of floated into it. But yeah, I knew that they were using um I read the lawsuit, so I knew that they were using what he had said in the Source magazine. I knew that they were using that, as their reasoning for feeling empowered to say that that's what was going on. Um, but to see, like his involvement or that's different. And we're about to find out because he's been subpoenaed now. We're about to find out about his interactions and about, what he's been into. When you get subpoenaed, they have to, you have to turn things in. So if you've been having the same way I had to turn shit in, he gonna have to. So if he's been conspiring against me and shit like that, then that's gonna come out.
What you're not understanding, and I have to cut in here, there is no conspiracy against you. There is no conspiring against you. He is being brought to the table as I guess you could say, like a witness. So if he has information and he provided said information to the legal authorities of the situation, well, I won't say legal authorities, but I will say to Megan's legal team, as she is somebody suing you, that is not a conspiracy. They are not conspiring. That's not what that is. Conspiracy is for a crime. There's no crime. They're actually they're trying to find you in a cyber crime. And that's the thing about her fans and her people that support her. They listen to what she says and they take it as the gospel, but it's all just a bunch of mumbo jumbo, fucking mumbo sauce out there in DC. Just putting nothing but mumbo sauce all over the motherfucking meal, and they just be eating it up. Fuck wrong with you? But shit, let her continue.
And the fact that that idea even exists is something that bothers me. Cause like I said, this ain't rooted in shit. There are a few people that if they said that they were upset with me and acted a particular way, even if I didn't agree, I could at least say, I understand why you're upset. Y'all done sat up here and heard somebody say they tried to get a class action lawsuit against you a while ago. It just fell through. This is the star. This the witness. This the one that's supposed to break everything all up. This one.
And she on there trying to make it sound like she crying, sniffling, and sounding congested and stuff, man. Hey, let me know what y'all think of all this. We gonna continue, okay? So that's that. That was the King Noir situation. He's being subpoenaed. Let's get into the request to get Tory Lanez to have to speak to the situation as well, which the judge has signed and ordered and given them access to, by the way. So here it states, unopposed motion for leave to take oral deposition of Daystar Peterson, aka Tory Lanez. Okay? Megan Pete, by and through undersigned counsel, requests leave of the court for Mr. Peterson to be deposed while incarcerated pursuant to the Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 30A2B. Counsel for Ms. Cooper and Mr. Peterson do not oppose this request, right? So they didn't put up any opposition. In support thereof, the parties request the court to enter the proposed order attached hereto as Exhibit A so that the parties may proceed with Mr. Peterson's deposition. Mr. Peterson's deposition is necessary for Ms. Pete to fully investigate the extent and basis of defendant's conduct and defendant's relationship with Mr. Peterson in support of her claims. Okay? Wherefore, the parties jointly request entry of the proposed order attached hereto as Exhibit A. And again, the judge has signed off on this, so they will have an opportunity. Megan's legal team, I don't foresee Megan trying to speak to that nigga. But her legal team will have an opportunity to question him and move forward. And of course, Milagro and Tory, I'm sure they feel confident about this deposition because they probably feel like, hey, we can be dishonest about this thing. And as long as we could keep our story straight, then we can make this through unscathed. But you can't predict what they're going to ask you. And again, you still have to tell the truth. You still have to be honest. Right? And if you're dishonest, it only makes things worse. So that's going to be very interesting. I don't know if this deposition or any of the contents of said deposition will be made public. Remember that they do have a protective order on sensitive discovery. Certain things will only be privy to the legal, the lawyers and attorneys and the judge. So we'll just see what is made available to us to actually read as this thing proceeds. But this thing is going to get a little bit interesting here. Now let's get to the latest in this thing here, okay? All those things withstanding, we now have Milagro with a Give, Send, Go account where she's crowdfunding in order to collect $100,000 for incoming legal fees to continue to defend herself, okay? As of right now, y'all can't see it, but she's raised $5,958 out of the goal of $100,000. But let's go ahead and just read what she's telling the people, shall we? So here it says Milagro Graham's official defense fund. My name is Milagro Grams, and I'm being sued by an artist backed by one of the most powerful companies in music. Like many from my generation, I have used the internet to build a community and speak to issues that are important to me. In doing so, I defended Tory Lanez against claims that he had committed a heinous crime. This decision has put a target on my back, and mounting legal fees could result in a miscarriage of justice. She's calling this a potential miscarriage of justice. The courts are being weaponized against people like me, independent voices who dare to speak out. Lawsuits like this aren't about justice. They're about silencing dissent with money and power. If this can happen to me, it can happen to anyone, she says. This is a threat to new media and our right to free expression. I'm asking you to stand with me while we have a chance to fight back. It's me, Milagro, today, but with the precedents this would set, it could be you tomorrow. See how she's positioning this? And remember, her people, I don't know how old they are, what they got going on, but they eat these types of things up. She says, every dollar you donate to my defense fund is a stand against the misuse of the legal system and a vote to keep independent voices alive. We can't let them choke out free speech. with endless litigation. Please donate today, share this message. Let's fight back and save new media before it's too late. Thank you. New media, let's save it. Now, the thing about new media and these lawsuits, the only people that I've seen that have actually gotten sued and it hasn't gone well for them have been people that have taken on weird obsession with an artist, where you start badgering the artist from a day-to-day basis, besmirching their name, talking about their sexuality, claiming that they have some sort of disease, saying disparaging things about their family who have nothing to do with the actual music or image that the artist portrays of themselves. You take it beyond just reporting the news and you turn it into a personal attack on these people, calling these people by numerous disparaging names. In Milagro's case, sharing a fake sex tape of Megan Thee Stallion without her consent, which she is backed by Florida law to pursue. So where would this be a miscarriage of justice? Where would this be an attack on free speech? And why is it that others that practice free speech, that don't conduct hate campaigns and have other things of variety to talk about, why are they not sitting in this very same position? Just questions that need answers. But nonetheless, this is what she's rallying. And again, she's raised somewhere around $6,000. I think this has been active for about a day or two. I think this is the second day it's been active. So she does have some people that are coming together, corralling their funds and trying to put money in her pocket so that she can continue to defend herself in this lawsuit. Okay. And hey, she's got a community. She says she's built a community online like many others. And for that, I can't fault her. But I just hope that these people know where their money is going. And I hope these people will be satisfied with where their money has gone when this outcome gets reached, whatever it may be. I can't say what's going to happen, but we all know what we think. Now, for me personally, this is something that I don't know much about, this Give, Send, Go company. Most of the time when we see people in need of money, they go to GoFundMe. But this is interesting. Give, Send, Go specifically. They say that this platform is allegedly a Christian crowdfunding website. Give, Send, Go has attracted controversy for allowing far-right extremists to fundraise, including neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and hate groups. That's a very interesting group of people to be using a platform in order to raise money in what you're calling a free speech case, which I can't say that this is about free speech, but you know, do what you got to do to get people to support you. But let's look at that once more. Give, Send, Go has attracted controversy for allowing far-right extremists to fundraise, including neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and hate groups. So she's literally asking people within this community of degenerates, bigots, to support her in her legal troubles. Okay? And even the co-CEO of the company has tried to come out and back her in this situation. So do I think she's going to raise more money? Yes, I do. How much she's going to raise, I don't know. But she's tapping into a very radical group of motherfuckers. I don't even know how they supporting her based on what they into. But she's trying to tap into these right-wing motherfuckers with the trigger of free speech, because you know our current president, he's been an advocate for free speech for all the crazy things that he's said and done in the course of his lifetime. The harassment, the essay, the grape, the disrespectful things he said to numerous people, his constituents, his competitors, people in other nations, and he everything he does is under the guise of free speech as well. So that's a trigger word for those people. When they see it, they start hallucinating, and I guess money just starts falling out their pockets. I don't know, but here's audio of of Milagro talking about this fundraiser and her need in this moment.
When y'all be posting them paragraphs online, don't nobody be reading that shit. So just tell them straight, nigga. Look, one, two, three bullet points. This what's going on, bitch. This what I need. What's up? You can go find out more and you can go read more. But bitch, I ain't got time for all that. So I went on Instagram and I went on my story and I was like, long story short, I done got in some shit. I need $100,000. Here go the link. I did either a nigga gonna help you or they not. End of discussion. Save all that other bullshit for the birds. Either a nigga, good morning, baby. Either a nigga gonna help you or they not. So all that other shit and all that woe is me, fuck all that. Just I need some money. What you got on it? Bullshit. Now let me tell y'all what's about to happen around this bitch. And no, this is not a threat. This is not a threat. I I made a GoFundMe of sorts because we need this money. And you see how I tagged academics on Twitter? Yeah, we gonna have us a tagathon. All them people in my motherfucking DM while all of this was going on, telling me good job on my coverage and whoop de whoop de whoop. Baby, we gonna need y'all to donate. We gonna need y'all to donate. Or I'm gonna have to ask y'all publicly if like how y'all feel. Are y'all willing to donate? I said all them same people in my DMs and shit with all that motherfucking support. We gonna need y'all to come on to the front. Bitch, I'm not ashamed. Don't play with me, baby. Don't play with me. Don't tell me behind the scenes you looking out. And when I need something, bitch, you not looking out. So y'all can donate anonymously. But baby, it might have to get public if y'all start trying to play. Hell nah, bitch. Now I didn't let y'all make it this whole 4, 5 years, staying in the background, not saying nothing. Good bitch, I need some money. So what you gonna need to do, bitches, go ahead and drop their bag, bitch. And I don't give a fuck if it's $1. It's the principle. It's the motherfucking principle. Because if you could tell me you're doing a good job, then you must stand for free speech. And you was down for the cause when I was talking. Okay, so come on, drop the bag. Drop the bag. Academics say he got 15K on it when all this started. So I just tagged academics and said, you said you had about 15, huh? Cause I ain't shame, bitch. Hell no. He said he had 15. He said if it was a fun, he said. Okay, well, whoop de whoop. Here we go then, bitch. And guess what? Nobody's obligated to do anything. But if you don't, then don't speak like that no more. It's time for everybody to put their big boy pants on and go ahead and do what they're doing, bitch. Go tag everybody you know. Go tag Aiden and please let him know I'm Jewish, child. And go, who else I need to tag? Uh,
We're gonna get back to this, but as y'all see, she's going through a platform known for supporting neo-Nazis, hate groups, etc. She's now asking for support from the DJ that don't spin. She's now asking for support from Aiden fucking Ross. And we saw what he was on in the last few months. That motherfucker had you know who he been with. You know what I'm saying? Politically and hip hop wise. Um these are the people that she's signaling to try to get some support from. I'll let her continue.
oh no, bitch, I'm tagging everybody. Tag your it, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. No, nobody is obligated to do a motherfucking thing. I do not think that anyone is obligated to do anything. But the reason why I felt comfortable asking him publicly is because of his public assertion. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more. Yes, we need flyers. They said tag everybody she didn't sue who had the same rhetoric. Ha! Gagorama. Bitch, I'm finna go tag Joe. Let me go tag Joe Budden. Bitch, let me go tag Jason Lee. Yeah, bitch. Hell yeah. I like that idea, girl. Hell yeah. Everybody who did not get a lawsuit. And you know what the tweet gonna say? Since you're saving so much money because you're not getting sued, even though you said the same shit I did, can I borrow some money? Abso-fucking-lutely. Can somebody draft me some tweets, please? And let me put this link right here. Y'all want me to read what I tweeted to Joe Budden? I just tweeted Joe Budden and I said, since you're not getting sued for saying the same things I did, could you please donate to this fund so that our freedom of speech is protected? Nigga, I said, since you're not getting sued for saying the same things I did, could you please donate to this fund so that our freedom of speech is protected? Gagged alive. Gagged alive. Nigga. Hell yeah, bitch. Who else I need the motherfuck hour? Hour. Hour. Who else? Who else wants some of Debo? Who Jason Lee. Who else? Bitch, drop a motherfucking name.
Now, as she speaks about free speech, First Amendment right, I think she's gravely mistaken. Because yes, you have the freedom to say, I guess, what you want within reason. But there's also a thing called having the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. I guess you ain't never heard that line before. You ain't never heard your Mirandas before. You might need to call Miss Miranda and see what she could tell you about that part, because you ain't remained silent yet. You literally are coming online telling people you're being harassed for your freedom of speech while willfully talking and digging a hole for yourself every fucking day for the past 5 years. Tell me something, if you would have just told me I hurt your feelings, I would have just, but what happened to maybe you should get over it or just disappear or go away? I thought that was the response to Megan Thee Stallion saying, "Hey, you saying some hurtful bullshit about me." You didn't care about that. I apologized to Nicki Minaj with things that I said about her. Yeah, and she did a fucking humiliation ritual on your ass for 2 weeks. But you supposed to be the big bad wolf. Anyway, now you asking for Joe Budden to come help you financially. Joe Budden, who claims he loves you, but literally got on his platform and said he was glad that Megan Thee Stallion is suing your ass and he don't like or support her. Now, ain't that about a butch? Let's pull up the files.
Injured, right? So you want to be sympathetic and show some...
Y'all scared because she's suing that girl?
Nah,
no.
I don't got
Milagro?
Ain't got nothing to do with me. Nah, I just think
I'm happy about that too.
Why?
Because you can't just get on the microphone and say things. I say that all the time. There is some responsibility that comes with how you utilize your platform. And if you get on here and just start saying crazy shit about people with no foundation, basis, or merit, then you open to what comes from that. And Milagro, as much as I love her, is down with that clique of, it's like Bush League reporting. She's down with that guerrilla style. It's like a guerrilla style,
tabloid
Tasha
shit.
K, tabloid, Us Weekly type style reporting.
National Enquirer.
So, yeah, the National Enquirer and them niggas got lawsuit money put to the side for when stupid shit like this happen.
True.
You don't. So you get on their YouTube with all that rigmarole, and you take what comes to you.
Yeah.
And the girlies are going to be the one to do it, i.e., Cardi and Tasha, and now here we have it, Meg and fucking her. So yeah, I think Meg is well within her right. She's going to get up there and say, I lost sleep, I lost money, I lost this, I lost opportunities, I'm stressed, I thought about ending things, trigger warning, just whatever you say. And yeah, Milagro will have to go figure it out. Two birds, one stone.
I agree. I think what's going to happen is
you can't sue me for
when
saying I don't like you.
finally speaks, like if he gets the opportunity to do a documentary or some.
I'd be goddamned if I be coming to the internet talking about, hey, can you help me out with some money? When a motherfucker threw me under the, but motherfucker saw my ass laying down and said, damn, it's a bus over there about to run your ass over. And that nigga helped strap you down to the goddamn to the concrete. You had the same ample opportunity where you could have lifted me up and you threw a motherfucking belt around my wrist and kept me on the ground so I could get ran over. And I'm going to ask you for some money now that I'm in some legal trouble. You said you happy? Ain't no motherfucking way. Now, as for the DJ that don't spin, he claimed that he was going to put a fund together. He claimed he had 15 down. I don't know what's going on with homeboy. I'm sure at this point he don't want to be associated with that shit. He don't want to put his name on that. He ain't finna put his money up on that. Right? Because I'm quite sure Megan Thee Stallion got hey, you want some of it too? What? You got something to say? You gonna support it financially? Cause your ass been conspiring with that motherfucker over there too, behind them bars. All them little updates you keep sending niggas through the goddamn grapevine, internet shit talking about he hit your line. Huh? He ain't finna put no money on that. He might act like he big bad Hennessy big dog. No. He ain't about that life. Jason Lee, hey, he might give you a little piece from the sanitation budget. Maybe. I don't think he want none of that neither. For real. Cause he got other pursuits in his future. You know, one would think maybe he would leave all that shit behind. Find another motherfucker to run Hollywood Unlocked and all that shit rather than try to do them both simultaneously. Because who wants to have Captain Messy as the fucking king of sanitation in the city? You know, city councilman signing paperwork. Nigga, ain't you out here supposed to be trying to, hey, we got piping issues out here, bitch. The fuck is you out here talking about some Megan Thee Stallion for? So, you know, I don't think he would want to put nothing down on that either. And not to mention, last but not least, we've got some more right-wing conservative grifters out here supporting Miss Milagro. So we've got this guy here, Jeff Charles, and he's come out to her defense as well. So here he states, long story short, Megan Thee Stallion got all kinds of butt hurt because Mob's World, aka Milagro, criticized her. His assessment is that due to criticism, she's being sued. You should do your research, sir. So she filed this this BS defamation lawsuit against her. Some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I know I don't normally talk about this topic because my lane is politics, but this is absolutely ludicrous. Free speech exists for a reason. And here we go. Here we are with this trigger of free speech. Now let's check out Mr. Jeff Charles, the nullifier. Okay, so he's a news editor at a website called townhall.com, which I would suspect is .com. He says he's he's from a Fresh Perspective podcast, Chasing Liberty Substack. And then when you go to townhall.com, the #1 conservative website with political commentary from over 100 columnists and a community of millions of grassroots conservatives. Okay, now I'm not here to talk politics with anybody or condemn anyone for their personal politics. You know, that's on you. But y'all know what comes with conservatism as it pertains to the online world. They really ain't all that conservative at all. But y'all can be the judge of that. But hey, cash in where you can, because I mean, you are in dire need. The situation is getting critical. They are about to move into the discovery phase of this case. So Milagro needs all the help that she can get. I can't judge her. All I can say is best of luck, best wishes, but I don't see this going in your favor in my personal opinion. All right. Big shout out to Opinionated Truths. She's been keeping a lot of this stuff documented. You know, she's doing a great job of documenting all of this stuff. Milagro claims that she's harassing and stalking her. I don't think so. She's just a very good documentarian. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, why you mad? Ain't that what you do or try to do? Should have kept it to the documents instead of harassment. Anyway, let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. Oh, man, from documents to harassment. Oh, my goodness. That was a good one. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. First I'm out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.